Okay, well, I think it's time for a little bit more Dwarf Fortress. It's still 31.18. It's not the Caravan arc. I've talked to a few people and was convinced not to dive into the .19 version because it's odd. It's an odd numbered update, which is bad luck. We want to wait for the even numbered updates and have good luck. So we're gonna spend a little bit more time doing this version. We're still using Genesis. It's .18D, I believe. And how about we start out with some adventure mode? I've been screwing around with the world gen settings, trying to get a decent enough world, I thought, and I think this one will do. Ust-Durir, Region 3. You know what? Let's jump into Legends mode. I'll show you what I saw in the world. We'll take a good look at the world map. Maybe check out a few names of some of the civilizations that are fighting for dominance and supremacy here. So we'll check out the historical map, and let's see. This is the world. You can see it's got an ocean and a tundra here. It's got mountains to the west and mountains to the east. It's a fertile little diverse landscape in here, pinched between two gigantic mountain ranges that lead to nowhere. A couple volcanoes you can maybe see here. This is a volcano, this is a volcano at the end of my mouse. Those red things are volcanoes. They're scattered over the flat land as well. A couple out in the middle of the ocean. We've got a major river here. It's fed from the mountains here. All these rivers come together, and many of the empires fight for their fair share and control of this river as it winds its way down into the ocean bay here. So let's see. This was year 10. This was the first year of recorded history. There was a whole bunch of empires fighting through. We had the Clean Realm, the Tender Kingdom, the Waxing Confederation, the Live Irons. Over here on the eastern mountains, we had the Knives of Steam, the Scintillating Kingdoms, and Schwarbus, the Cobalt Thieving Clan, the Divine Kingdoms, the Knives of Steam, Kingdom of Phrases, and we'll just advance time one decade at a time. You can see the empires growing and fighting each other. Looks like nice battle going on over here in the west, in this little valley, for control of the mouth of the river here. We've got the empires of the Midnight of Clinching, the Lie of Pride, the Perplexing Ghoul, and Plafalaskir. Many wondrous, glorious empires there, I'm sure. And they continue to fight. Looks like they might have come to some type of agreement in the year 200. We're just going to speed things up. You can see this Mushroom Kingdom here in the middle, growing and expanding out. We'll see who they are. Probably Cobalts. And the last decade recorded is 1060. So let's see. Who is this empire? The Tender Kingdom. They're spreading up the river. Looks like this is no man's land in here. There's some type of terrifying desert at this point. No one's been able to colonize it. You see the empire spreading down here. This is a rather massive one. The Trade of Nuts. They've got the market cornered, and they're bringing it up through the southwestern mountains. Looks like they found some type of trade pass through there. Up here we've got, in the top northeast, we've got the Tired Kingdom. Slowly and methodically advancing. They must be some Nords up there. But that's the kingdoms. Those are the maps. I'm sure we'll bump into a few of them. Bump into a few of their warriors and legends. Maybe kill a few of their gods or kings. Maybe we'll accept work from some of them. So let's see, we've got the Dwarves of Nish Ishlam down here in the southwest. 2 Sylvan Elf empires over in the east. 3 Azrakam Elves in the south. 2 in the south, 1 in the northeast. Kind of trying to stretch up into the tundra maybe a little bit. You got Keepers along the ocean and following that river, it looks like a little bit. That main river that cuts through. You got Nords holding down the tundra. Nobody dares challenge them for it. They can have that godforsaken wasteland. Looks like there's a couple orc empires scattered pretty much all over the place, except in the west, it looks like. They're diversified. We've got 2 demon empires. It looks like this demon empire down here is maybe cornered in a mountain range. They're trapped back here, isolated from the other empires. And Sleth Bunako has been driven to the edge of the tundra, where they try to eke out a living. Snakemen there, over in the west. Snakemen there, and Snakemen there. Wow, all the Snakemen empires are grouped together in this little valley here. They've got that completely locked down. Whole bunch of Cobalt thieving guilds all over the place. Nobody knows where they operate out of, but they're there. They're out there waiting. Illithid here, over in this forest region in the east, and they're splitting that Sylvan Empire in half, apparently. We've got 2 werewolf empires just on the edge of that forest, constantly harassing the elves as well. And you know, we're going to keep our status on hero, and we're just going to be a dwarf adventurer of Nishalem. We've left our mountain home in search of adventure. We're going to put points into strength, points into agility, and these last 5 points, let's put that into focus. Maybe it'll help us focus our attacks a little bit more. I'm not going to be a swords dwarf this time. How about we be an axe dwarf? We'll pump that all the way up to 10. I'm not going to be an ambusher at all. No sneaking. We're going to just run people down and cut them in half this time, or die trying. We're going to have a little bit of skill and shield. I don't know if I can wield a shield with an axe. Actually, yeah, I can. I'm sure I can. I think you can, yeah. Dwarves are talented. Novice shield user, we'll bump that up to 7. Take dodging up to 7. I am going to be a napper. We'll be an adequate napper. Bump that up to 7. Maybe I'll try to create a few armor pieces or something from some of the foes we slay. I'll have to practice it just a little bit off camera, because I still haven't messed with it too much. I don't really want to be a wrestler. We got 16 points left over. Let's put it into... how about archery? Maybe I'll run across a bow. Well, should I put that in archery or Mark's Dwarf? You know what? Novice Archer and adequate Mark's Dwarf. I don't know. Maybe it's a waste of points, but whatever. For our race, we're going to be anything but a Steel Dwarf. I'm just going to cycle through it for a bit. And if I land on Steel Dwarf, I'll skip past it or something. Yeah, not a Steel Dwarf. We're going to become not a Moss Dwarfette. We're going to be a Jade Dwarf. And our name is Zan Growth Swords. Hell, I'll take that name starting out. Let's see if we can spin a little legend with Zan here, or if he's destined to die quickly. You finally got your equipment together, such as it is. Now it's time for action and adventure. In the rush of excitement, you've forgotten where you were going to go. The sky is clear above us. The sun's just rising in the east. The waning gibbous moon is low in the western sky, and a gentle breeze blows in from the west. Looks like there's just snow all around us. We're emerging from the tundras, I believe. Or we're in a tundra. Let's see, we've got a fortress to the... where are we? We're over here by Snakeman territory, I think. So let's see, these should be farms and hamlets, and this should be a fortress, right? Let's try to make our way to that fortress before night falls. Oh, there it is, just to the south. Oh, I hope people are inside. If not, we could always claim this as our own place. Fortress of Solitude here. It's a Nord bowman. You know, maybe we can recruit some Nords. I don't think they actually have hamlets, but apparently they do have fortresses. A Nord hammerman. Greetings, friend. Greetings, I am Lada Silkwatched. Are you willing to go on an adventure? I will agree to travel with you if you lead me to glory and death, to someplace away from this hellish ice hole. A Nord swordsman. I am Llama Fairy Flickered. You can tell that she doesn't belong here. I will agree to travel with you. Lead me south. I've been wanting to head that way for quite some time. Another swordsman. A bowman. What do we got? We have a hammerman, a swordsman. Let's grab a bowman too. Maybe if we find a cleric, we'll grab a cleric as well. So we grab Varves Kepi Ketju here. Go get an audience with their lordship. A Nord spearman. Greetings, friend. Join me. I will agree to travel with you. How many can I recruit? I don't have any fame. Unless heroes start out with fame. A spearman will enlist him. We'll enlist everyone. Everyone, join me. Whoops. You join me? Yes, let's continue onward. There we go. We've got a hammerman. I thought that was a lasher for a moment. I will agree to travel with you, Palivia says. And a Nord bowman. Hello, I am Tyvis Acted Wisp. Let's go. We'll see what the Lord has to say. Oh, my lady, pardon me. I am Remy Summit Sounds. Greetings. What is your profession? What do you do around here? I am lady. I just lady all day long. Where's your capital at? Crazy Angel is a day's travel to the northwest. Her most renowned craze is there. He runs Crazy Angel's biker club for Nords. You mind if we sleep here for a day before heading out? And we spend the night here, and let's see what she has. Do you have any work for us? Anything we can do? You? What chance do you have against the great monsters of this world? Maybe one of my subjects has need of you. Be gone. So we don't even rank enough to talk to her yet. We'll have to find a hamlet and maybe get work from them. There's a Nord bowman, a hammerman. Let's take the hammerman. We're going to have one large band. I will agree to travel with you. Yeah, I'm going to recruit everybody. And I'll give everybody names before we head out. And this time, I'm going to try my best not to let people get left behind whenever they're wounded or if they fall asleep. Praise Thunder! Wow, I will agree to travel with you. We've got a worshipper of Thor here. Maybe we'll have to find that temple and enlist. Hello, Dwarf. I am Carrie Eggpranks. Oh, I bet he's popular on Halloween. Join me. I will agree to travel with you if you'll lead me to glory and death. Come back here. Come back here, bowman. I want a wall of arrows. With a band so large, what share of the glory would I have? So, our band is full, and there's still plenty of Nords left. We've got 12 people now. Where is the exit? Actually, where did I come in from? There we go. Yep, we'll go out here to the field, and I'm going to pull up my list, get everybody named, and then we'll head out on adventure. I don't think we're going to stay up here in the tundra, around the Nords. We will probably head... I think Dion said something about being able to kill snake men, so maybe we'll go see if the snake men are over here. Try to burn down one of their hamlets or something. We'll see. Okay, well, we've got all the companions named. Here's the list. You can check it if you want. I'm not going to spend too much time going through it anymore. We'll have heroes rise up through combat, and then we can all cheer them on from there. So let's see, everybody's with us, and we are going to... Let's see, should we head to these fortresses up here? Let's make our way northwest through these villages and hamlets. If there are any hamlets, maybe there's not. We're on the Bright Tundras. Yep. So the Bright Tundras is where we're at on the escorted land. Apparently there was a hamlet back there at some point, but they don't show up. Nords don't build hamlets. And night is falling, so we're just going to set camp. We dig quick little holes in the snow. It's quite deep. And we spend the night underneath, out of the wind. So let's see, where are we going here? Straight north, there should be another fortress. Here we go. If it's more Nords here... That is a long journey that way. Yeah, I'm guessing this entire icon is Tundra. So I'm guessing that this is going to be Nords, and this will probably be Nords. We'll scout out this fortress and then we'll head straight south. I just want to see if it's anything more than Nords up here. Yep, still got 12, so everybody's here. Man, where is it at? There it is. Quite massive. And it's more Nords. See you later, Nords. We'll go do some quests. Actually, no, I don't even know if you could accept quests from the Nords then, if there's no way to get through the hamlets. I guess you have to do quests for other races. Wolves! Charge the wolves and hack them into bits. It shouldn't even be a challenge. So we've got, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 archers. They all just stood back there and mowed everything down. So let's form up and head out then. Vicious wall of arrows indeed. Man, it's just flat snow as far as the eye can see. This place sucks. And the sun goes down again. There's a fortress. We'll build camp once more. With any luck, we won't have too many more nights left on this tundra. Kruglanthrophradalis! We wake up in the night, surrounded by the crunching of kobolds, sneaking up on our fort. They are all over the place. Looks like all of the companions are around us. Box McCloud, Mr. Insane, and Blind Chaos are either stunned or asleep. This is me. I'll try to show you where the people are. Let's see. We've got Blind Chaos and Mr. Insane there. Rob, you're there. Jello Snark, you're there. Glenn, you're there. Peter, there you are. Z-Hall, there you are. Box McCloud, Cappy, Ferret Fiend, Dowd Pride, and just regular Axe Dwarf. Oh, that's me. Let's give me a name, shall we? How about Plump1? Plump1. We'll go into this battle as Plump1. Charge, men! Arrows fly from our bows. Jello Snark charges at the Cobalt Wrestler. Cobalt Wrestler punches Mr. Insane in the lower body, bruising his guts, and Mr. Insane regains consciousness. He wakes up with a gasp. The air has been knocked out of him. Cobalt Wrestler punches Jello Snark in the right upper leg. It leaves a bruise mark, and a flying arrow strikes the Cobalt in the head, chipping the skull. Blind Chaos 1 regains consciousness. Box McCloud 1 regains consciousness. Everybody's waking up. Nobody's really hurt, though, just bruises and stuff. Oh man, it's a whole swarm of kobolds. There's dozens of them, maybe. Box McCloud pulls himself up, finally stands up. Oh no, Cobalt Wrestler punches Rob in the left foot from behind with her left hand. Rob falls over. His bone has been, I guess, bruised and went numb. Blind Chaos throws a punch but misses the Cobalt Wrestler. We are just going to, let's change our stuff here. Current attack preference, strike. Can I strike and charge? We're going to leave this at charge for now. Kobolds, we should be able to bowl into them, right? We're a hefty dwarf. They're just scrawny little kobolds. Dodge preference, stand ground, move around. Yeah, we're going to stand our ground from them. We'll choke slam them if they come towards us. Current charge defense is to stand ground there. Yeah, we're just going to stand here like a rock. We hack, we charge the Cobalt Wrestler, and we hack him in the left upper leg. We collide and tumble backwards. Ferret Fiend stabs the Cobalt Wrestler in the head. The Cobalt Wrestler has been struck down. Good job, Ferret Fiend. Box McCloud 1 charges at the Cobalt Wrestler, and the Cobalt Wrestler punches Box McCloud. A tendon in the spine's been torn. So you're getting kind of beat up over there, Z-Hall. You're getting beat up. You're getting bruises all over your legs. They're punching your ankles. We hack and charge at another Cobalt Wrestler. Blind Chaos 1 charges. The Cobalt Wrestler punches Glenn 1 on the right lower leg. The Cobalt Sax has been lodged in the wound. An artery has been opened up in the attack, and Ferret Fiend stabs the Cobalt Wrestler in the right foot. A lot of punching going on. Box McCloud, you're getting bit and torn over there. Landing a bruise. I've entered a martial trance finally. Cobalt Wrestler latches onto Box McCloud. It bites you in the left lower leg. Its teeth sink in, and it begins to laugh maniacally underneath it. So let's see. Actually, I want to change this. Here we go. Current attack preference is just to strike. Hack those limbs off. We hack. The bronze bismuth battle axe lodges into the wound. We hack him in the upper body from behind, shattering the left false rib. Cobalt wrestler punches Z-Hall all over his body. They're holding him down, punching him. And Down Pride stabs the Cobalt wrestler. An artery's been opened. Ferret Fiend twists his Cobalt sex around. Box McCloud, you tumble and collide with the Cobalt wrestler. You're rolling around in the snow. You fall over. Tilla stabs the Cobalt wrestler. The Cobalt wrestler punches Box McCloud on the left foot, breaking his foot. A ligament's been torn. Mr. Insane is no longer stunned. We hack again. We twist the embedded bronze battle axe around in the Cobalt wrestler's upper body. Z-Hall, you're getting pummeled still over there. Glenn 1, you falls over. Cobalt wrestler gives into the pain. Down Pride twists his bronze weapon around in the Cobalt wrestler's left leg. Z-Hall's pummeled again and again. Ferret Fiend slashes the Cobalt wrestler in the left body. Cobalt wrestler falls over and gives into the pain. Box McCloud throws an attack, but the Cobalt rolls to the side. Tendon's been torn in that one. I want possession. Oh, I do have possession of my axe. We're going to hack at this one over here to the side. We swing, and we hack the Cobalt wrestler in the right hand. The hand sells off and sinks into the snow. Cobalt wrestler scratches at Glenn in the right lower arm, and Blind Chaos bashes the Cobalt wrestler in the right upper leg, leaving a bruise mark. Somebody fires an arrow. It lodges into the Cobalt upper body, and Ferret Fiend continues twisting his weapon around, driving the Cobalt to the ground. Tilla, looks like you had a few blows over there. We punch the Cobalt wrestler in the head with our left hand and bruise the muscle. Tendon's been torn. A ligament's been torn in another Cobalt wrestler, and Jello Snark 1 scratches a Cobalt with his pinky finger. The iron arrow lodges into the Cobalt's upper body. Let's see. Bronze Sex is lodged firmly in the wound. Blind Chaos is no longer stunned. He shrugs off the punch and bashes the Cobalt wrestler in the upper body with his copper thunder hammer, bruising the muscle and tearing apart the middle spine's nervous tissue. A crack is heard from the sky. Thor must be pleased. The Box McCloud 1 misses the Cobalt wrestler. Rob stabs the Cobalt wrestler in the head with the copper spear, tearing the muscle, fracturing the scar, and tearing the brain. And the spear is lodged in the wound, and the Cobalt wrestler falls down dead. Let's see. Let's aim an attack. Look at all these damn Cobalt wrestlers. Oh, they're trying to pin us down, bite us, and kick us. Leave little bruise marks. Yeah, we're gonna... We want to... Do we have any attacks of opportunity? His second finger, his toe. Tricky Strike, fairly solid. Let's go for the Tricky Strike, fairly solid. We're gonna hack at it. We hack him in the upper body from the side, tearing apart the muscle and tearing apart the left lung. He begins having trouble breathing, and our axe is lodged in his body. We lift it over our head and begin shaking it, trying to get him off of it. The flying copper arrow strikes the Cobalt wrestler in the left upper leg. Good job, archers. If only I knew who shot those. Blind Chaos 1 looks sick. The Cobalt wrestler scratches him in the lower body. Cobalt wrestler punches Box McCloud, and Jello Snark bashes the Cobalt wrestler in the right lower leg from the side, shattering the bone. Mr. Insane begins vomiting. Down Pride twists his bronze sex around in the Cobalt wrestler's right arm. Blind Chaos charges at the Cobalt, and they collide and fall into the snow. Blind Chaos begins grinding the Cobalt wrestler's face into a rock there. So let's see, who else do we have around us? More Cobalt wrestlers. We're just going to blindly hack at one of them. Lower body, normal strike, very square with our axe. Ooh, I need to get possession of my axe. We struggle for possession. We gain possession of it. And Rob stabs the Cobalt wrestler in the right hand. His spear gets lodged in it. Cobalt wrestler stands up over by Box McCloud, and Jello Snark kicks a Cobalt wrestler in the left foot. Cobalt wrestler stands up, and Mr. Insane still is emptying his stomach over there. Cobalt wrestler bites somebody, and Down Pride gets to work stabbing people, stabbing Cobalts. So let's see, we got a headshot, difficult, fairly solid. I'm going to take that difficult headshot. Doesn't look like I have any really good opportunistic shots there. I could go for a leg or something, but I think we could land this difficult strike. We hack the Cobalt wrestler in the head, right at the base of the neck, shattering the skull and tearing apart the brain through the small arachnia hood. The Cobalt wrestler has been knocked unconscious, and our bronze battle axe gets lodged in the wound. He falls over and dies. Cobalt wrestler latches onto Box McCloud. He stands up, and Rob begins twisting his spear around in the kobold's hand. Somebody else fires an arrow. It strikes the kobold wrestler in the right hand. Another kobold wrestler is bled to death. Mr. Insane still retches. Kobold wrestler breaks Grillen First's right thumb, and Jello Snark bashes the kobold wrestler in the left hand from behind. Ferret Fiend charges and collides, knocking the wrestler down. And kobold wrestler bites Box McCloud in the upper body, bruising the muscle. Looks like they're holding Glenn down. They're holding Z-Hall down. Dowd Pride twists his weapon around. Are there any kobold wrestlers still standing around here? We can take care of it. We hack again. We miss. Copper Spear is lodged in the wound, and Rob stabs the kobold wrestler. We're just going to go on a hacking spree here. Rob twists his weapon around. Box McCloud breaks his grip. We step to the side and hack to the north. We hack the wrestler in the upper body. The kobold wrestler begins having trouble breathing, and another kobold wrestler stands up. Dowd Pride first charges at the kobold wrestler, but he rushes by as the kobold sidesteps. Kobold wrestler punches Glenn 1, but she rolls away. His shot lands into the snow. So let's see, we've got a bunch of kobolds here. You know what, we're going to aim, just try to attack at the north of us. I don't think these guys are actually going to hurt us too much, except for the people who are puking from getting their stomachs punched. Blind Chaos charged at the kobold wrestler and collides. They tumble backwards and into the snow. We punch a wrestler in the left lower arm. I don't want to be punching, I want to be hacking. A simple strike to the head. Where's my sword at? We gain possession of it. Ferret Fiend charges at the kobold wrestler and they collide, and down into the snow they go. Kobold wrestler stands up and Tilla 1 stands up. Rob twists his spear around in the kobold wrestler's right lower leg. And we hack. We hack the wrestler in the head. Our axe gets lodged in his brain and he falls over dead. Jello Snark bashes one. Oh no, and a kobold wrestler is bled to death. Dowd Pride charges at the wrestler. And a copper spear has been lodged in the wound from Rob. He spears the kobold. We hack that wrestler in the foot and he bleeds to death. Kobold wrestler looks sick. Another one looks sick. Rob twists his spear around. More hacking. Flying cobalt bolt strikes the kobold wrestler in the lower body. It lodges. How many more do we got around here? Kobold wrestler stands up. We hack, hack, hack. Kobold wrestler bleeds to death. I think they were all wrestlers. If they had any weapons, we might have been in trouble. Kobold wrestler has been struck down. Looks like they're all to the north up there. Glenn 1 gives into the pain and falls over, and I've left my martial trance. Ferret Fiend stands up. We'll have to find out what's wrong with Glenn when the fight's over with. We hack him, but he scrambles away. Copper arrow strikes the kobold in the upper body through the small cave spider silk cloak, fracturing his rib. Dowd Pride stands up. Mr. Insane retches. Another arrow. It strikes him in the left lower leg. Ferret Fiend gives into the pain and falls over. From his previous wounds, apparently they caught up to him as the adrenaline runs out. Kobold wrestler latches on firmly and bites Mr. Insane in the lower body. Where are we at? Mr. Insane breaks the grip. Mr. Insane retches. So all the kobolds are over here. We're all piling on. The copper thunderhammer lodges in the kobold's chest cavity. Somebody gets bit. Blind Chaos twists his weapon around. Kobold wrestler's been struck down and Glenn 1 regains consciousness. He can get back to puking. Where are we at? I think we're in here somewhere. Whole pile of bodies. Flying arrow strikes the kobold wrestler in the right lower leg. Here he is. Come here. Dowd Pride latches on firmly. He bites the kobold wrestler in the head, sinking his teeth into the skull. Blind Chaos collides. And Rob also bites the wrestler and latches on. Everybody's getting bitey now. We strike the kobold wrestler in the right hand with the pommel of the axe, jamming the bone through the right wrist muscle. His wrist goes limp. Tilla 1 twists the embedded spear around in his right foot, and Dowd Pride twists his embedded bronze sacks around in the kobold's lower body. The dogs go crazy. You can hear the kobolds yipping angrily. Kobold wrestler stands up. Wrestler gives into the pain. Wrestler falls over. Mr. Insane retches. And a kobold retches. Where are they all at? Looks like there's some off to the side here. We all swarm over them and chop them down. Are there more over here? Let's not go too far, guys. So I think they're gonna go. The dwarfs over there. Ooh, somebody died. Oh no, and Box McCloud, you've suffocated from your wounds. Looks like we got a bunch of people around here. Whole bunch of people I can't see though, so I'm just gonna wait for a bit to see who shows up. Glenn is no longer stunned. People are regaining consciousness. They went and they chased down the remaining wounded kobolds that were around here. Looks like we got a dead dwarf here just outside of my vision, unfortunately. Mr. Insane Wretches. Regains consciousness and wretches. I don't want to leave until everyone's visible. Jello Snark, I didn't get a message that you died. So where's Blind Chaos and Jello Snark at? Hey, daylight is slowly creeping up, I think. Oh, it was a long fight through the night. They ambushed us. I don't know what time. The sky is clear above us. The sun is rising in the east, and the waning half moon is directly above us. There's a gentle breeze blowing in. So the only person I can't see now is Blind Chaos. Where are you at, Blind Chaos? I don't think the kobolds had anything of value either. Cave spider still could. I could pick up this stuff and trade it later. Let's do that. Let's pick up some of their silk stuff. Put it in our backpack. We'll take the loincloth, cloak, the hood, the cap. Pretty lightweight stuff too. And maybe once we make it to civilization, we'll trade it away for cobalt gear or something. Take all of this. Not losing speed yet. Cloak, cap. Man, they had fine taste. I'm not sure how they had the market cornered on arachne silk. So we'll take all that stuff. That should be good. Where are you at, Blind Chaos? Everybody's visible but you now. Glenn is no longer stunned. He's giving into pain left and right. And what's this? An empty hole, an iron arrow. Arrows down here that whizzed by and didn't hit their mark. Ferret Fiend is no longer stunned. Well, Blind Chaos, I guess you're gone. You ran off. You're not even on my list anymore as being dead. You might have got hauled off and kidnapped by the kobolds that ran away. So Glenn will take your body. Let's see, where are you at? Box McCloud, sorry, we'll take your body. Oh, and let's travel. Everybody's here. Everybody's wounded. There's a fortress just to our west. Hopefully it's friendly. I'd be fine if it wasn't, though. And after this, we'll spend the night here. We'll leave at dawn, and then head directly south. Maybe we'll find hamlets and civilization there, where it's not so cold. Oh, okay, yeah, I can get in, but I have to approach from the edge here. Just barely. Hey, look, there's Nords. Greetings, friend, Nord wrestler. Greetings. Hello, I am R.O. Beardent. What do you know about the surrounding area? The scale of caves is a day's travel to the south. Cesnum Raptor Clawed, the natural diamonds, the mountain titan is there if you're brave enough. Ah, we are in Crazy Angel. This is the capital. Alice Copperrights is there. What do you do? What's your job? I am a soldier. Can you lead me to battle and a warrior's death? Are you willing to join? I will agree to join if you lead me to glory and death. So wonderful, we got a new person here. Let's go talk to the king, tell him about our goblin ambush. I'm sure he should be around here somewhere, right? This is their capital. Hey, did he just run inside there? Is that him? Wow, they've even got... Who is this? Is this kids? Crazy, you never see kids anymore anywhere. King Consort is there, a Nord Bowman, Nord Child, and a queen. Greetings, my queen. I am Alice Copperrights. Do you mind if we stay in your fortress for a day before heading south? It would be terrible to leave someone to fend for themselves after sunset. What can you tell me about the capital? In year 3, the delightful nation founded Crazy Angel. And in the mid-spring of 1036, Kite Planthawk's right lower arm was smashed by the night brute Fair Fatalmark, the Tunnel of Tombs. And in the early winter of 91, Upolta Princess Cruxes was struck down by the Tundra Titan, Dien's Bearded Sea, the Leafy Nuts in Crazy Angel. What is your profession? I am the queen. I am the queen. What about work? I am flattered, but I have no need of you. Well, what about your family? Do you have a long heritage and a lineage of royalty and honor? My third eldest son is named Alice Strabauthor. He writes books for a living. And my second eldest son is named Plachio Crypthabits. He's a crypt reader. My only daughter is named Kekiel Plunged Styled, and you can only imagine what that name means. In the early autumn of 1063, Kekili began worshipping the Tundra Titan Dense Bearded Sea, the Leafy Nuts. Okay, that's just too much. Let's get out of here. We're gonna spend the night here. Actually, hang on. Let's talk to the King Consort. Hello, I am her most renowned craze. The Queen wouldn't give me a job, will you? You? What chance do you have against the great monsters of this world? Maybe one of my subjects has need of you. Go ask my manservant and be gone with you. Okay. Well, we're actually not going to spend the night here. We have 11 companions. Let's see. Let's drop off the body of Box here. This looks like a good area for a crypt. We'll drop him here. This is now your tomb, your tower. Can I drop your body regularly? Yep. We'll stand underneath it here. We'll take one last look at your corpse, can we? This is Box McCloud, Padyava's corpse. He was a great dwarf, a great orc, a great Nord. He was everything and everyone. He was all of us and none of us. We'll remember him for eternity and cherish his name. Amen. So let's see. I think everybody's still here. We got one Nord to name, a Nord wrestler. I guess we need a wrestler. Somebody to cause a bit of chaos. To go in there and to strangle people. Where's the exit at? It's not that. Is it down this little ramp here? Man, they've got one of the worst entrances to a fortress I've ever seen. There we go. I guess it's really not that bad. So, let me get down here. We'll get this Nord named. And I'm going to take a break. And whenever we come back, we'll head south towards civilization, hopefully. And maybe we can get these bloodthirsty Nords that are traveling with me a little bit of action. Don't you take off running away, you jerk. Okay, well, we've got the whole group gathered here. Everybody's with us. We've got our new Nord named right there. There he is, Jeff Major. And he'll be joining us on our journeys here. Let's see. Let's take a look at the map that we've got so far and see where we're going to go. We don't have any tasks, unfortunately. We're still just wandering nomads, trying to look for something to do. We have all of these sites listed. There's Crazy Angel. That's where we're at. Jaw Pants. Where the hell is Jaw Pants at? Way down there along the coastline. They bring in sharks, apparently. Tax entries, right there. A busy, bustling port city. Deep Wondered. All the way over there in the middle of the tundra. We're not going to be going there. Regions, we've got all these regions. The Elder Tower, right on the edge of that mountain range. The Bright Tundras is where we came from. The Finger of Discovery is the volcano to the northwest. The Ocean of Polishing is way over there to the east. Spikes of Disemboweling. That is the volcano to our east there. So, a whole bunch of places, obviously. There's a whole bunch of places we can go. I want to go here, though, to the Scale of Caves, a shrine. I want to go see what that is. It says it's an Elder Tower. It's right next to a volcano, and it looks like a little voodoo doll. So that's where we're going to go. We're going to travel there. All of the Nords are rather festive. They're kind of glad to be going on this vacation to warmer regions. White lions pounce at us. Actually, looks like we got in the middle of a herd of reindeer being hunted by white lions. So we got right in the middle of their hunt, and now we're going to have to defend ourselves. So the flying copper arrow strikes the white lion in the eye. It lodges in his eye. More arrows hit him in the upper bodies. We charge forward. The white lion attacks Jello Snark, but Jello Snark jumps to the side. We step forward, and the white lion rolls to the side out of our striking range. Jello Snark charges at the white lion and jumps on its back. He bashes it in the head with his Cobalt Thunderhammer, bruising the muscle and bruising the upper spine. They collide with the ground and tumble forward as the white lion goes paralyzed. Tilla stabs the white lion on the left front paw, and Jeff Major releases the grip of his lower right arm on its toe. He's trying to get a better chokehold on it so he can wrestle it down. You hack the white lion in the right front paw. Its paw sells off and Jello Snark stands up triumphant. We hack him in the upper body with our bismuth bronze battle axe, shattering the true rib. The lion is having trouble breathing. I'm going to run down here towards the head lion that's just standing back a little bit. We maintain possession of our battle axe as we rip away from the beast. It slurps out. The white lion gives in to the pain and falls over. It strikes at Tilla but blocks it. Ooh, the white lion scratches Jello Snark in the right hand, tearing the fat and bruising the muscle. The claws dig deep. It collides with Jello Snark, and the white lion falls over. It also scratches Jello Snark in the foot, and Jeff Major lands a triumphant punch on the head of the white lion. A tendon in the skull is torn. Looks like this one's gasping down here, probably been shot. Tilla stabs the white lion, and the mammoth stands up. There's mammoths around here too. Keep your eyes peeled for the mammoths, dear Lord. Don't let them come after us. The white lion scratches Jello Snark in the lower body, bruising the muscle. And now we're going to stab that one. We hack it in the head. An artery has been torn. Our axe is lodged. And we twist it around. Jello Snark bashes. The white lion bites Jello Snark in the hand and latches on. And Jello Snark drops his Cobalt Thunderhammer. No. Tilla stabs the white lion and the lion falls over. And that lion is done, struck down. The mammoths are straight to our south there. We're going to let them be. We're going to go back up here. Everybody's pummeling on the lions now. Landing blow after blow. Iron spear is lodged. Tilla twists the spear around. Cobalt Sax is lodged in the wound. Rob twists his spear around, and Ferret Fiend twists his weapon around. We're going to bash at it. Everybody bash at him. The white lion begins having trouble breathing. Maybe we'll do a little bit of napping. Try to make a white lion cloak or something. The white lion's been struck down. So I think everybody should be fine. Dowd Pride, you've ran off somewhere. Maybe you'll come back while I'm napping. So let's see. We're going to pick up 2 small chalk rocks. I know we need that. And then press X. And then go over here. So it needs a blunt small rock. It consumes it. And it'll make us something. So now we should have a small sharp rock in our hand, I think. Let's see. Small chalk rock. Maybe I didn't complete it. Let's try it again. No available item. Oh man, I should have screwed around with this just a little bit. How about butcher? Can I butcher an animal? Wait a second, where are the lion bodies at? Is this the only one? A white lion head and a white lion mutilated corpse. We will butcher the mutilated corpse. We could butcher it with the battle axe or the copper arrow that is apparently sticking out of my body. Or that is sticking out of the mutilated corpse, perhaps. It's already stuck in the beast. We're going to use our battle axe. We butcher the white lion's mutilated corpse. So let's see, we made sweetbread out of it. We made chopped white lion liver. 20 things of white lion meat, wow. White lion skin, white lion bone, white lion nervous tissue. Prepared kidney and spleen, nothing goes to waste. Tripe, delicious intestines, both of the lungs, baked to perfection. White lion fat for any soap we might need, and white lion hair. If only we could make a wig out of that. So let's see, we're going to pick up the hair, and we're going to pick up the skin, and the bones, and let's see, what else do we want to pick up? There's the heart, the fat. Pick up two more rocks too. So let's see, screw around a little bit more here for a bit. Make a sharp rock, no available items. Apparently I need a different type of rock in my hand. Tan hide. Select an unrotten producing body part. We can tan the head. Spellcraft. I'm not going to be making any spells. We can create food and stuff. Gather wood, gather plants. Tool production. Nap stone scraper. We need a blunt small rock. I'm apparently going to have to look for some blunt small rocks around here. Carving knife. Yeah. It takes a whole bunch of stuff I don't have. I need a carving knife as well, so we need to find the lair of a night creature. Napstone spearhead. Carving knife, carving knife, carving knife. Weave a bowstring. Wow, look at all this stuff. Plenty of stuff we could be doing. I'm just going to keep this, I guess, this stuff in my backpack. These wolf parts. Keep them as a trophy for now. Pass a little bit of time. Maybe Dowd Pride will show back up. Where are you at, Dowd Pride? Where'd you run off to? I think that's him. Yep, so everybody's here. Everybody's with us. There's where the rest of the lions are. Fierce combat was up here. Look at all those body parts. Reindeer. Hoof. Reindeer leg. Reindeer right hoof. Left hoofed. Oh man, somebody came up here and de-hoofed the reindeers. Was that you, Dowd Pride? You reindeer de-hoofer? You sick bastard. Yep, so we'll continue on our journey to the voodoo doll here. We'll actually probably have to make camp. You know what? Actually, we're not going to make camp. We're going to press on through the night. No reason to fall asleep. Not here in Cobalt territory. Not so they can ambush us. We're in the bright tundra still. Due south. Maybe we'll make it right as the sun. Yep, right as the sun creeps over the eastern horizon. Okay, ready your weapons, men. We're in the swamp of gripping now. There's still snow-covered grass all over the place. Dowd Pride? Is that Jello Snark? You're hurt. Let's see. Are you missing any body parts? It doesn't look like it. Right hand bears the marks of old wounds, including a massive jagged scar. Probably can't really hold on to anything. Southwest. Keep your eyes peeled. I think that mountain titan, the god Nutsacks, is down here. We're gonna come ruin his party. Whoa! The flying copper arrow strikes the mountain titan in the right first leg, chipping the chitin. So somebody's already got a beat on him. Where is he? There he is. He's the letter I standing behind this pillar. Let's get a look at him. Mountain titan. Ooh, look at that. Description. A great eyeless mayfly. It has 3 stubby horns and it moves about carelessly. Its plumb exoskeleton is sleek and smooth. Beware of its deadly spittle. Its right first leg is broken and its right first leg is smashed open. Yeah, it's got plenty more legs though. Cesnum raptor clawed, the natural diamonds. And I am too far ahead. Let's hang on for a second. The mountain titan gazes deep into our eyes. I slew Dusum Frostywall. I slew Flifleenkus. I slew Libash Hillroof. I slew Sarvesh Tinboards. Stodo Wrath Nightmares. And now I will liberate you. And he charges for us. He spits some mountain titan frozen extract at us, and we're gonna go forward. Here we go. The mountain titan charges at us. He misses us. We collide. He knees us in the stomach, and we fly backwards. He strikes us while we're still in the air, and we slam into the ground. We counter-strike at him. He blocks it. He strikes. We counter-strike. He strikes again, and we counter-strike, blocking all of his blows, a flurry of his legs and arms kicking and fluttering about. We strike him in the right second foot with the pommel of the bismuth bronze battle axe and fracture the chitin. We're no longer stunned. We pick ourselves up. The mountain titan swings and misses us again. Dowd Pride slashes the mountain titan in the left wing, fracturing it. It sits there and flickers. A ligament's been torn. We need to stand up. So, here we are. We got a Nord on top of us. That's kind of a problem. I'm gonna move to the south. Probably get stomped on almost, but it'll give us a chance to stand up after that, I hope. We step down. The mountain titan tries to stomp on us but misses. Dowd Pride slashes the mountain titan in the right first foot, and the mountain titan kicks Cappy in the left upper leg, bruising the skin. Doesn't look like anybody's standing on me now, so let's stand up. Dowd Pride punches it in the right third leg, bruising the fat. A ligament goes limp. And Dowd Pride blocks the spittle as it flies at him. It sails off overhead and crashes into a tree branch. Snow falls onto the ground. Cappy stands up. We will aim at the mountain titan finally, and let's see. Tricky strike? but square. Do we have any opportunities? No, we don't. Normal strike. We're going to take a tricky strike on his head. Maybe we can get lucky and embed this axe right in his little fly brain. We hack, but it jumps to the side. The flying arrow strikes the Mountain Titan in the left second leg. It lodges itself in the wound. The Mountain Titan is again out of our range. We step forward. He steps to the side around the Nords. Down Pride attacks, but it spins to the side. Mr. Insane picks himself up. Tilla lands a roundhouse kick on it. Another ligament's been torn. Down Pride slashes it in the thorax, fracturing its chitin. Mr. Insane punches the Mountain Titan, bruising the muscle. The Mountain Titan falls over. It misses Down Pride on the way down and crashes into the snow. Tilla stabs it in the right wing, chipping it, and the ligament's been torn. Down Pride lands another punch right in the right foot. And let's see, so it's on the ground. Head, difficult strike, fairly solid. Don't have any opportunities either. We could easy strike on the wing, but he's not going to fly anywhere. Difficult strike, fairly solid. You know, we're going to go for a difficult strike again. We're going to hack at it. We hack, but it rolls to the side in the snow, kicking itself. Tilla stabs it in the abdomen. The spear lodges in, and Down Pride slashes at it in the left third leg. Fractures the chitin. Do we have a better strike on it yet? Ooh, I like that. Easy strike, fairly solid. We've got an opening. Whenever it spun to the side, it left itself wide, vulnerable to our follow-up. We raise our axe, and we hack at it in the abdomen, fracturing the chitin. A ligament's been torn, and a tendon's been torn. And Mr. Insane bashes the Mountain Titan in the left second leg. Tilla twists the spear around, grinning. The Mountain Titan looks up. We raise our axe, and we miss. It spins to the side. It strikes, but we block the shot, and the Mountain Titan attacks Down Pride, but he jumps to the side. Mr. Insane bashes the Mountain Titan in the left leg. It fractures the chitin there as well. A sickly green ooze begins to spill from many wounds in the beast. Impossible strike. Ooh, look at that. We have two opportunities. Ooh, we've got an opportunity on the wing. A slap? No, we don't want to slap it. Easy strike. Because a slap on the wing won't be it won't kill, it won't really stun or anything. At best it can disable the wing, but again, he's not flying anywhere. Let's see. Maybe go for one of the legs. Simple strike with the pommel. We're just going to hack at it. We hack it in the right leg and fracture the chitin. Tilla stands up. This beast is heavily armored. Nobody's blows are actually penetrating too deep into its husk. We have an easy, fairly solid strike right on its thorax. We hack at it. I fracture the chitin. Rob punches it in the third leg, bruising it. The Mountain Titan tries to kick at Down Pride, but he jumps to the side, and Cappy bashes it. He steps forward. I'm gonna go for the head again. We gotta debrain this thing. We hack it in the head with the bismuth bronze axe, fracturing the chitin. A ligament's been torn. Mr. Insane bashes it in the hand, more leg and hand shots. It's just flailing about wildly, trying to deflect any blows that can come in, even if it has to sacrifice a limb to do so. Down Pride strikes the Mountain Titan in the thorax, tearing the fat and bruising the muscle. So let's see, where are we going to go from here? Think back to the head. Difficult, but square. We hack at it. I'll bite it if I have to. We hack the Mountain Titan, but it rolls to the side, once again out of our range. Jello Snark stands up, having been bowled over by the beast as it scrambled to the side. Down Pride slashes it in one of its legs. Rob stabs it in the left antenna, chipping it. The beast squeals. Down Pride stabs the Mountain Titan in the right second leg, tearing the fat and bruising the muscle. So let's see, we're finally up to it. Again. Difficult strike. I'm gonna go for the head. I mean, what do I have to lose? I gotta get a good blow here. Just chopping off a leg or something's not gonna do it. We swing wildly again and miss. Our axe sinks into the snow. We waste time having to dig it out. The Mountain Titan swings at us, but we counterstrike. We drop our axe, raise our shield, and block it. An arrow flies overhead and strikes them in the left wing, chipping it. Rob stabs it, and more leg shots. Cappy bashes the left wing. We block the poison extract it shoots at us. Attila stabs it in the thorax with the spear, tearing the muscle. Man, this beast can take a beating. Difficult strike, easy strike, fairly solid. How about the easy strike, fairly solid? Maybe we can chop off a leg. We hack it in the right leg, fracturing the chitin. This weapon's not going to do it. The iron spear is lodged in the wound. And you know, we're just going to go for it. We're just going to start pounding on it. The Mountain Titan's been struck down. Ferret Fiend stabs the Mountain Titan in the head with his Cobalt Sex, tearing the muscle and tearing the brain. Ferret Fiend, the hero, he's the slayer of the Titan. Where is he? There he is. Description, Ferret Fiend. Ferried Flicker the Nord. Description? Stout muscular body, long sideburns are braided. He braids his sideburns. That is manly. His mustache is clean shaven, and his medium-length beard is neatly combed. All of that. He has a pale pink skin. He gets chipped and nipped in the wind, I guess. So here's his weapon, the Cobalt Sax. It has 3 notable kills: Chalagus the Kobold, Thophalugus the Kobold, and Seznum Raptorclod, the natural diamonds of the Mountain Titan, who was born at the beginning of time, well before the known recorded time. The known recorded time for this history anyways. And 2 animals, 1 wolf and 1 white lion. Slayer, Ferret Fiend, Ferried Flicker. Has 5 kills so far. Not bad. So let's see what treasures this beast had. I don't think we lost anyone that time. Everyone pretty much held out their own once that beast got toppled. He was never able to actually regain the offensive again. So let's see. We have a bunch of coins, of course. I'm not going to pick them up. Bronze drum, copper arrow, snow-covered mossy silk chalk, more coins all over the place, pigtail fiber thread. We could use it to patch up some wounds. A small steel cap. Not useful. I don't think I can see those 2 piles there. More coins, more corpses. This thing loves to stack the corpses on top of the coins. Bismuth bronze right gauntlet, that's not bad. I do need a gauntlet. More coins. Black bronze spiked helm. Copper cap. Ooh, bunch of nasty dwarf fat. You dwarf killing bastard, your dwarf killing days are done with. Zinc cage. I don't think there's anything in it. 23 bones. Bunch of coins there. A bunch more coins. Copper left gauntlet. We're going to have to pick up some of this armor at least. Shame there's not a nice weapon laying in there. Bismuth bronze left gauntlet. More coins. Cobalt right gauntlet. Pick up gear, guys. Do it. I wish you would. A selenite crown. I'm going to pick that up for sure and wear it. Bronze greaves. There we go. I can definitely use those. Iron helm. And a steel mail shirt. So let's see. Let's pick this up. Where is it? Steel mail shirt. And we're going to wear that. And was it in this one? Bronze greaves. We're going to pick those up and wear those as well. So let's see. In this pile there's nothing. More coins. Copper right gauntlet, a black bronze one-horned helm. I'm going to stick to one-horned helms. That's going to be probably the helm of choice for me, I think. Black bronze one-horned helm, we'll pick that up and we'll put that on. Kind of a mishmash of armor, but it'll keep us alive, even if it's not some perfect, pretty, manufactured suit. An iron pick. Chogalogadugus partial skeleton. Yeah, I think this is fine. Now let's see. I do need those gauntlets, so where are those black bronze ones at? I think there was one here. Black bronze, or was it here? A bismuth bronze right gauntlet. We'll pick that up. Maybe. There we go. And we'll wear that. I think the other one was up here. It's kind of like one of those match games. Try to find the match. There we we go. No, Mr. Insane, he's standing there. He's gazing at that trifle pewter flask. He's trying to sense if it's worth picking it up, if there's any alcohol in there, or if it's poison. He'd probably drink it anyways at this point. It doesn't matter. Pile of nasty ichor from the beast. That bronze drum. So was the other gauntlet? Where was it then? Selenite crown and black bronze gauntlet. So they're in the bottom corner. Excuse me. We'll pick up this crown. Fortunately, I can't wear it over my helm. Damn. And black bronze right gauntlet. Whoa. I need a left gauntlet then, don't I? You know what? I'm not really willing to look through this whole pile again. What is that? Is that a backpack on there? Copper left gauntlet. There we go. We'll pick up that one right there. Copper D. And we'll put that on. We should be good to go. Look at all these bodies out here. All these corpses. All these bone piles. Partial skeleton and money. Partial skeleton. Money and partial skeletons. He just stacked them together. Well, not a bad day's work, I wouldn't say. Let's see, everybody. Let's get up here. We'll stand up here in this little clearing. Then we'll just give Ferret Fiend a hip hip hurrah and carry him on our shoulders. We're gonna get out of here. So that little duty is done. I'm actually going to save it, and whenever we come back, I think we're going to head down towards the coastline here and see if we can get some work from these hamlets. Maybe we'll continue to head south. We'll see what it looks like, but this is all mountain ranges, so we'll have to go southeast. We'll follow the mountain range until we find civilization.